Is it working now? There we go. So I have a backup plan today. I have decided, in addition to doing this live stream, hey Melvin, I am going to shoot a video on my laptop. So if at any point it looks like I am looking kind of weird and not looking at the camera, it's because I have my laptop going. I have my backup laptop on the side of me because I'm just so excited and I really want to get this message out today. And I really want to get back into the groove of doing my videos, doing these live streams. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited because today's topic is how to build your business while working a 9 to 5. And that is a topic that is near and dear to my heart because, oh man, it looks like my connection is weak already. So, again, if for some reason you can't hear me or we kind of fall off at any point, I'm going to just straight go into video mode and I'll upload the video at the end so you can still get the information. But the topic is really near and dear to my heart because I actually started my business as a result of losing my job. And I never want anyone to go through what I went through at that point. And I know that there are a lot of you out there that are currently still working a 9 to 5 and trying to build your business on the side. You're grinding, you're hustling really hard, and you're trying to make it happen. And I know all about that. I have done it. I have been in the struggle, and I'm excited to be out of the struggle. Exactly, Tanya. You're doing the same thing, building your business, working on the side, but eventually it's all going to pay off. So today, I'm just going to share about 5 tips to help you with that journey. And hopefully, this will help you as you transition to working full time because I know that's probably the end result, right? Or the end goal. So let me just give you a backup story. Most of you guys know me, but just for the people that hop on and don't really know me, um, back in 2013, well, let me back it up to 2012. I was still working in my corporate job full time, had a really great job, excellent benefits, great money. Everything was just all good. But there was one problem. I hated that job. It was just not what I wanted to do. I was not passionate about it at all. And I knew that there was something better for me, but I just really did not know, um, I guess, how to transition out of it. I'm a single mother, and for a single mom, you got to pay bills, you have kids that you have to take care of. So just the thought of leaving your bread and butter, your money maker, it's very scary. And at the time, I just wasn't ready to risk it. So I continued working in that job. But I did start laying the foundation by starting my own business as a wedding and event planner. But the thing about it was, I knew that I had this job to fall back on. So I wasn't really pursuing my side hustle like I should have. It was like I did events here and there. I didn't really market it the way that I should have. I didn't really go after it because, hey, I'm going to get a check at the end of 2 weeks. So it wasn't really a big deal if I had clients coming in or not. So I wasn't really putting in the time and the effort into that job, right? Um, so fast forward a little bit to the beginning of, or the end of 2012, I lost my job. I got laid off. My entire team got laid off, no notice. In fact, I was already on stress leave from this job at the time. And I got a call from my coworker, not my boss, not my supervisor, not my manager, not any of the higher up department heads. I got a call from my coworker, frantic, like, oh my God, we're losing our jobs, right? And it was at that moment that I decided I wasn't going to work for anyone else again. You know, it was like I wasn't passionate about that anyway. And I had already started this business, I had already laid the foundation. So I decided I was just going to go for it. And that's exactly what I did. So I went full force with the wedding and event planning business. I learned everything that I possibly could about marketing a business, sales, how to grow a business. I studied so much. And within about 8 months, my business really started to take off and things were going good for me. And then I got into a really bad car accident. That was at the end of 2013. And again, for those of you that have been following me, that have been friends with me on Facebook for a long time, you remember the pictures of the metal contraption on my foot. You remember the days when I was walking with a walker, walking with crutches. There was a time when I had no idea if I was ever going to be able to walk again. And it was a really scary thing. I had just purchased my first home. Again, I'm a single mom. So It was a really scary time for me, not knowing what was going to happen. Um, so I had to make a decision. I was falling into this deep depression because I was sitting on my couch. I remember I had a huge dent in my couch because that's all that I could do all day, every day, just sit in that one spot because I literally could not walk. Um, it was a trying time for me, you guys. I was falling into this deep depression, but I had to make a decision. Either I could let that, control me, or I could take control of the situation. And I decided to take control of the situation by starting my business, Mogul in the Making. And I figured that all I needed was a laptop and a cell phone, and I could do my thing, right? I could teach other entrepreneurs what I had learned over the course of those 8 months, learning how to build my business, learning how to market myself, brand myself, go out and get clients. I could teach all of those things literally from the couch because that's where I was anyway. So that's how Mogul in the Making was born. And I say all this to say that sometimes you don't know what path you're going to take or what direction your life is going to go in. So I feel like that was God's way of telling me that I'm not passionate about this job over here, but since you're too scared to take the leap, I'm going to make you take that leap. And that's exactly what he did. It had to take a really traumatic experience for me to actually move on something that I had been thinking about and dreaming about for years, but I just would not move on it because I was too afraid. And I hope that nothing like that ever happens to any of you out there. I hope that if right now you are feeling that you're stuck, you're not passionate, you're not driven, you just don't like the situation that you're in and you're ready for a change. I hope that you can find the courage to take that leap and just grow wings on the way down because we never know what's going to happen. It's always going to feel uncertain. You're always going to feel uncertain, uneasy. Even to this day, I still have those feelings of uncertainty, doubt, and as I continue to try to grow my business, I'm still afraid. There are things that I'm trying to do that scare me to death, but I keep moving forward because I know that I can't let that fear hinder me. So that's just the backstory. We'll get into the actual lesson right now. And if you guys have any questions, any comments, please feel free. Again, I'm checking here. I have my laptop here on the side, so I'm kind of filtering the questions. If you see me looking over, that's what I'm doing. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is creating an exit strategy, right? So if you are serious about growing your business, right now it's on the side, but if you're serious about taking your business to the next level, you really need to consider creating an exit strategy. And I'm going to give a disclaimer here right now because I don't want anyone coming back trying to say that I convinced them to quit their job and to pursue this passion, right? That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I am saying is that if you are serious about building a business, you really need to start thinking about your exit strategy. How are you going to actually make the transition from just a side hustle, just something you do part-time, kinda, I do it a little bit. How are you going to transition from that into becoming a full-time serious business owner, right? So the first thing that you need to do is to set a date, right? And I know that sounds scary, but set a date from the time that you know, or give yourself enough time to where you feel like, okay, if I need 6 months because my business is already kind of doing well, I have clients, I'm doing pretty good, and I know that in 6 months I'll be on my foot and I'm ready to go, let it be 6 months. If you need a year, if you need 2 years, whatever it is that you feel you need and you feel comfortable with, go ahead and set that date right now. Write that date down somewhere and put it somewhere where it's visible, where you'll see it often, so that you can remind yourself that you should be working towards that goal and that date. And as that date approaches, don't be afraid. Don't start saying, oh my gosh, the date is coming up. I need to push it back a little bit more. That's not the idea here. The idea is to come up with a secure date and actually take the leap on that date, right? So again, don't let it scare you. I mean, I know it sounds scary, but if you really, really want to build a business, you're gonna have to give it your focus at some point, right? One day you're not gonna be able to continue with the struggle and the tug of war forever. So you need to make the decision that if this is what you really want to do, go ahead and set that date, right? Okay. Tip number two is to create a nest egg. You're going to have to start saving your coins. You're going to have to get your money together so that when you make the transition, it's not as scary as you think it is. The worst thing that you could do is start your business and have your business going on and feel so burdened by financial obligations. You know, bills are still going to come in, the mortgage is still going to be due, the rent is still going to be due, the kids are still going to need clothes, right? Not to mention all of the money that it takes to actually run your business. So, what you need to do is figure out all of your expenses, calculate them, calculate your living expenses, your personal expenses, right? Your limited personal expenses, and your business expenses. Figure out how much that is, and then you need to create a nest egg. I typically recommend 6 months, 6 months worth of expenses. That way, while you're working your business, you can focus on your business because it's really hard trying to carry that burden while you're building your business. You're going to be working in a state of anticipation all the time, and you're going to be in this mode where you're chasing clients and you're going to struggle because you feel like you have to chase the next client, you have to hustle instead of working smart and being proactive about it, right? And you're going to constantly be in this hustle mode, and that's not something that you want to do. You don't want to bring on that stress because the first thing that you're going to do is jump ship. As soon as things get hard, things get tight, you're going to jump ship. But if you have that nest egg saved and you're comfortable, you know that your bills are going to be paid, you know that everything is going to be taken care of, your kids are going to be fed, and all is well, you'll be able to relax and run your business with a little bit more ease. You won't feel so desperate to take on any client. And we'll talk about that in another video about working with the wrong clients. But trust me, working with the wrong clients, it's not what you want to do for your business. That's another reason you'll quickly jump ship if you start getting the wrong clients. And that always comes from feeling this desperation and feeling the need like, I just need money, so I'm going to take on whoever wants to work with me. And that's not something that you want to do. So definitely create a nest egg so that you feel comfortable and you feel comfortable and confident. I just mixed two words together. Comfortable and confident, and you can go out there and get the right clients. All right. Tip number three, get the ball rolling right now. If you're working a 9 to 5 for somebody else, I heard this quote a while back and I thought it was so spot on. If you're working a 9 to 5 for someone else, you should at least be working a 5 to 9 for yourself. There is no way and no reason that you should get up every day, every morning, probably dreading to get up every morning because I remember those days and I still have those days because I have to get up super early in the morning to take my daughters to school. But dreading to go to work, dreading to get on the freeway and wondering how you're going to make it through this work day, right? And you do it. You do it every single day, but then you turn around and you don't do anything for yourself. You don't work your business because when you leave that 9 to 5, you're so drained. You're emotionally drained. You're physically drained. You're just tired. And you can't even imagine doing anything when you get home but taking a shower, maybe fixing dinner for the kids, hubby or wife, if you're married, and then snuggling up in the bed, right? That's all you want to do at the end of a work day sometimes. But when it's your passion and you're committed to actually building this business on the side, you're going to have to get some energy from somewhere. You're going to have to muster up the energy from somewhere, and you're going to have to figure out how you can maintain them both or how you can work them both right now. And guess what? It's not going to be a forever thing. Is it going to take some sacrifice? Definitely. It's going to be hard. It may be hard in the beginning to do, but you have to remember your ultimate goal. You have to look at the bigger picture, right? I know it seems hard right now. It's a struggle, but you're going to definitely have to put in the time. There were times that I was And don't let me get you in trouble. Don't listen. I mean, don't follow this if it's not possible. But if it's possible, there were times that I was working my business while I was at work. I'm sitting in my cubicle and I have a slow moment. I'm on the internet doing some research. I'm returning phone calls. I will work on my lunch break. Okay. If I had a venue that I could show nearby, I'm doing it on my lunch break, right? I'm drafting up contracts on my lunch break. I'm communicating. I'm sending emails. I am working during my 9 to 5. And I'm also going home and working some more after my 9 to 5 because I knew that I wanted to do both, right? And I knew that eventually I wanted to quit, even though it didn't ever work out like that for me. I knew that that was I wanted to do. So if that's something that you want to do, you're going to have to put in the commitment and the sacrifice. But you can remember that it's only for a short period of time. It's not going to be like this forever, but you definitely have to put in the work. So get the ball rolling right now. Start acquiring clients. Start going after your clients. Find them. Get you a roster of clients. That way, when you transition, again, you don't feel desperate. You're not in hustle mode because you've already gotten the ball rolling. You've already gotten it started. You have some clients on board. You're good and you're feeling good about it, right? Second fold of that, and this is still the same thing about getting the ball rolling, but use your business as the use your 9 to 5 as the income to grow your business, right? It's your bread and butter. This is how you make your money. Invest in yourself. Start investing in yourself right now using the income from your job, right? Put some money to the side. Open up a bank account where you can deposit money on a monthly basis to help cover some of those expenses. That way, you don't feel so stressed. I use the income for my marketing materials. I use it to get my website built. I started putting all of those things in place. That's what you're going to have to do. Start putting the things in place because as that date approaches, it's going to come. And I'm telling you, you are going to start to feel that itch like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But if you start to put these things into place and you start laying the foundation, I promise you, you will feel ready. Okay? You won't back out. So the next tip, I think we are on number four, right? Or number 3, somewhere like that. But the tip is to start downsizing, right? What can you eliminate right now that's going to ease the burden, right? As women, I know we love to get our hair done, right? We love to get our nails done. As you see, my nails are not done right now. I got a fresh pedicure though. But we love to do those things, right? And there's nothing wrong with it. But when you're building a business, you need to figure out where you can cut expenses, especially when you're in this phase of transitioning. You need to start figuring out how can you cut expenses so that you can save more money. You need to put more money aside and start growing that nest egg, right? And a lot of us, let's be real, we're going from paycheck to paycheck. We are living paycheck to paycheck. And most times it feels like, how are we going to squeeze some money out of this? What are we going to do? How are we going to get the money? Right? Got to figure out where you can start to cut costs. Do you really need that extra grande latte from Starbucks every day? Start making your own coffee at home. Maybe you can start taking your own lunch as opposed to eating fast food every day, right? Instead of the weekly manicure, maybe you can do a bi-weekly manicure. I'm not saying you have to cut it out, right? Or maybe you can get some skills and do it on your own. Cut out the cable. I don't watch TV. I pay for cable for my kids, really, right? But if it were up to me, or if anything had to go, trust me, cable would be the first thing out the door because to me it's really an unnecessary expense. What is it that is in your life that you know that you can let go of? Right? Are there some bills that you can eliminate so that you can start saving that income and depositing it into your account, investing it back into your business, and growing your nest egg? Uh-oh. I think Facebook dipped out on me for a minute. It looks like it's back. Don't worry, guys. I have this all on video, so I promise I will post the video after it's over. And I'm going to hurry up. Let me get through these last couple of tips just in case. Start downsizing. Then we're going to talk about start paying down your debt. And we covered this a little bit earlier. But yes, mounting debt is the fastest way to bring your mood down, your spirit down, and make you feel like you can't do it. Bills are going to be piling up if you don't plan properly. So start paying down those bills. If you have credit cards that you can pay off, start with the lowest one. What's the lowest one? Knock that one out. Go to the next one. Knock it out. Uh, Maybe your student loans might be too much, but if you have any other smaller bills, maybe your car note is almost paid off, whatever it is that you feel like you can start paying down so that you don't have that burden on your shoulders. You don't want to have to worry about anything. You want to focus on growing your business. Start paying down those debts. And lastly, and I'm going to get out of here, focus on the bigger picture. And again, I know we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but it can be a bit difficult to build a business while you're still working a 9 to 5. I get it. I get it. But there are so many before you that have done it. And what they've done is they focused on their why, right? They kept the bigger picture in mind. They understood why they had to do all of these things. They understood why they had to sacrifice so much, and they got it done. And you can get it done too. I know it seems like it's hard. I know you're tired. I know you are probably stressed out. But you guys, I promise you, you can get through it. Focus on the bigger picture. Know that it's not going to be this way forever. Use these steps and these tips to help you out and keep on pushing. Okay, so I'm going to get off of here because it looks like my connection is weak. Facebook is trying to kick me off here. But before I go, I just want to invite you. I'm opening up my calendar for I'm going to do some complimentary consultations in the month of September. So if you have been struggling with your marketing efforts and you need a little bit of help growing your business, if you need a little bit of accountability, figuring out how you're going to grow this business while you're still working your 9 to 5, I invite you to take one of those spots. I have 5 spots open for the month of September. All you have to do is email me at info@nicolaahowie.com. You'll find my name because I know it's really hard to spell. You'll see my name at the top. It's info@nicolaahowie.com. Let me know you're interested in a complimentary consultation. It's a 30-minute call with me to give me an idea of what it is that you're struggling with and to figure out if I am a good fit to help you with it. And if I'm not a good fit, I will not be offended at all. I know a lot of amazing coaches out there. It looks like Facebook is kicking me off again. I know a lot of amazing coaches out there. And if I am not a good fit, I would hopefully be able to direct you to someone that is. So again, info@nicolaahowie.com. And just a reminder, I am going to be doing these videos every Tuesday at 12 p.m. So if you have any topics that you would like for me to cover, if you have any business or marketing related questions and topics that you would like for me to cover, please shoot them over to me via email at info@nicolaahowie.com, or you can drop them down below in the comment section. I'll check the comment section and I will keep a running list so that hopefully I can cover your topics. Again, I am so excited to be back doing the live streams and the videos. I'm going to save this video just in case the connection was too weak and you couldn't hear me. And I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you back here next Tuesday, same place, same time. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye.